Nimrit Prabhav, Impressions of Humility, presents the humble philosopher's affability to soothe the egoistic hearts. Guru Nanak softens the hardened souls with the power of his philosophical words in the rocky hills of Takshila.
ਟਿੱਲਾ ਜੋਗੀਆਂ ਹਰ ਦੌਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਸ ਦੀ ਆਪਣੀ ਅਹਿਮੀਅਤ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ। ਬਾਬਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਜੀ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਏ।
ਇੱਕੋ ਸਮਰੀ ਹੈ ਨਾਨਕਾ ਜੋ ਜਲ ਥਲ ਰਵੇ ਸਮਾ उसको काहे को पूजे जो जब में ते मर जा।
एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निर्भय निर्वैर अकाल मूरत अजूनी गुर प्रसाद
अगम अगोचर अपर अपारा पार ब्रह्म परधानो।
Marvels of nature arouse one's curiosity to know the omnipresent, who has designed all the infinite creations. From Srinagar, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana travelled to Hasan Abdal, Tilla Jogia, Sialkot, Pasroor and returned to Talwandi, now known as Nankana Sahib. Thereafter, they headed to Sultanpur Lodhi. From Srinagar Valley, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana travelled westwards through the hilly region and reached Hasan Abdal. Due to diplomatic policies, in present times, it is not possible to cross the India-Pakistan border from Kashmir. Hence, we travelled to Wagha border in Punjab and entered Pakistan to resume tracing Guru Nanak's footsteps from Hasan Abdal. Hasan Abdal is a town in the Attock district of Punjab in Pakistan. This town was named after two men, Hasan, a herdsman, and Abdal, a fakir. Legend says that the herdsman served cow's milk to the fakir, who in gratitude sprang a water source in the nearby hill to help the water scarce city. Interestingly, Yun Xiang, the 7th century Chinese traveler, has written in his accounts that the sacred spring dates back to the times of King Alapatra. On the hilltop in Hasan Abdal, we visit the shrine of the 15th century Rafizi Shia Sufi saint, popularly known as Baba Wali Kandhari. Baba Wali Kandhari was a mystic from Kandhar in Afghanistan who had moved to Hasan Abdal and settled on this hilltop where existed a water spring. This shrine is made in his memory. According to the narrative, the only source of clean water in this area was a fresh water spring on this hilltop. Baba Wali Kandhari resided on this hilltop. He would preach to people who came to fetch water. Unfortunately, while a spiritual man of virtues, he had turned arrogant as a result of the adulation of fawning followers. He stopped allowing access to water to those who did not adhere to his preaching. The narrative says, when Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana reached Hasan Abdal, they were unable to find water to quench their thirst. When multiple requests by Bhai Mardana for access to clean water were refused by Baba Wali Kandhari, Guru Nanak is said to have moved aside a rock from where sprang another source of fresh water spring. This infuriated Baba Wali Kandhari. Insecure and afraid of losing his credibility, it is said that he rolled a large boulder from the hill, which Guru Nanak stopped by raising his hand. The impression of a palm on a rock inside the premises of Gurdwara Panja Sahib is said to be that of Guru Nanak. Interestingly, this narrative does not find mentioned in any of the earliest Janam Sakhis and only appears in the Bala Janam Sakhi, which is a much recent text. At Hasan Abdal, it was a delight to meet Ehsan Ali, a classical singer who accompanied us to visit the Panja Sahib Gurdwara. At Hasan Abdal, the Gurdwara Panja Sahib was made in the memory of Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana's visit and their dialogue here with Baba Wali Kandhari. In 1821, this Gurdwara was built by Hari Singh Nalwa, the renowned general of Maharaja Ranjit Singh's court. In the 1920s, the local Sikh community expanded the premises of the Gurdwara, established a school, and also built commercial shops in the outer periphery. During the religious divide in the partition of 1947, the followers of Guru Nanak from this region migrated to different lands. It is satisfying to see that in present times, the school building and the shops continue to fulfill the educational and financial needs of the local Muslim community. Sarovar, the freshwater pool that surrounds the Gurdwara, is organically replenished by a natural spring. As a ritualistic practice, visitors reverently touch the palm impression on the rock, drink the Sarovar water, and then splash it across their face.
The hand impression on the stone is believed to be that of Guru Nanak's. I interpret it in this manner also, that the stone over here, it represents the grossness, the darkness of human ego. And the impression on top of it, it stands for the ultimate divine quality of humility. So here it's telling us the story of the ultimate human aspiration, which is to go from the lowest, the darkest ego to the ultimate humility. Nanak bedi sach ki tariye gur हिक जावे पूर परे अहंकार मन हठ मति बूढ़ी गुरमुख सचे सुतार.
Essence understanding of Guru Nanak's verse in the context of the narrative associated with the hand impression on the rock affirms, if one makes an effort to understand the depth of spiritual words, then true essence of philosophy takes precedence. In my humble opinion, Guru Nanak would have mediated the water dispute between the residents and Baba Wali Kandhari through Gur Vichar, a medium of reflection, contemplation, and dialogue. The soft impression of the palm on the hard boulder is a metaphor for the transformation of one's temperament from antipathy to empathy. From Hasan Abdal, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana travelled to the Tilla Jogia hills in district of Jhelum. In tracing Guru Nanak's footsteps, from Hasan Abdal, we travelled to Tilla Jogia. In reverence for Guru Nanak, Mr. Talib, a landlord from the Jhelum district, drove us to Tilla Jogia, which is only accessible through a hilly dirt track.
So Talib, thank you very much for taking out time to drive us up to Tilla Jogia. It really means a lot for us. How long do you think it's going to take us to reach there?
The journey is not that much long. It's around 20 to 25 kilometers long, but the path is much bumpy and the terrain is like muddy and rocky. So it would take around 3.5 hours to 4 hours up to the top.
Tilla Jogia, a 1st century Hindu temple and monastic complex, is perched at an altitude of 3,200 feet on the highest peak of the Potohar Plateau in the Salt Range. It is said, for centuries, Hindu and Muslim ascetics lived in isolation on these mountains.
For over 2,000 years, until the year 1947, when the Indian subcontinent was divided into India and Pakistan, on the Tilla Jogia resided the followers of Guru Gorakhnath, who were known as the Kanfatta Jogis.
The ascetics got dispersed and moved to new lands. The abandoned and dilapidated structures of this magnificent complex are a reflection of a glorious past.
ਕੰਨੀ ਮੁੰਦਰਾ ਪਾ ਕੇ ਮੱਥੇ ਤਿਲਕ ਲਗਾ ਕੇ ਮੈਂ ਜਾਣਾ ਜੋਗੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ. Tilla Jogia finds mention in Sufi Punjabi poetry. When Ranjha was unable to get his lady love Heer, he came to Tilla Jogia, got his ears pierced, and found solace with the Kanfatta Jogis who resided on this mount.
the folklore of Heer Ranjha is unfortunately misunderstood and perceived as a tragic tale of unsanctioned love. However, when the metaphors in the story are interpreted, they are embedded with powerful thoughts which are intended to shake the norms of society. Ranjha, the free-spirited hero, represents the soul which breaks all social and religious shackles to unite with the magnificence of divinity, which is represented by Heer, the fearless heroine. Bhai Gurdas writes in his Vars, Ranjha Heer Vakhaniye, O Piram Parati, Peer Murida Pir Hari, Kavan Parbhati. The love of his disciple for his guru is described as Ranjha's love for Heer.
ਟਿੱਲਾ ਜੋਗੀਆਂ ਹਰ ਦੌਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਸਦੀ ਆਪਣੀ ਅਹਿਮੀਅਤ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ। ਇੱਥੇ ਅਲੈਗਜ਼ੈਂਡਰ ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਮੁਖਤਲਿਫ ਅਦਵਾਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਿਕੰਦਰ ਆਜ਼ਮ ਲੈ ਲਓ, ਜ਼ਹੀਰੁਦੀਨ ਬਾਬਰ ਲੈ ਲਓ, ਉਹ ਵੀ ਟਿੱਲਾ ਦੇ ਮੁਕਾਮ ਦੇ ਇਸ ਜਿਸ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਖੜੇ ਹਾਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਆਏ। ਬਾਬਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਜੀ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਏ। ਇੱਥੇ ਜੋਗੀ ਮਜ਼ਹਬ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਿਲਸਿਲਾ ਸੀ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਬੜਾ ਮਸ਼ਹੂਰ ਸੀ।
As this hilltop complex was frequented by pilgrims and scholars, thus Guru Nanak visited Tilla Jogiyan to interact with the congregation.
When Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana arrived on Tilla Jogiyan, they were received by Baba Balnath. Baba Balnath asked Guru Nanak who was his Guru and what was his path. Guru Nanak replied, Siddh Sadik Jogi Ar Jangam, Ek Siddh Jini Tihaya.
During congregational dialogue, Guru Nanak stressed the importance of having spiritual guidance, whether through self-reflection, experiential wisdom, or through a teacher. He noted that spiritual learning could be achieved by living a householder's life and not just by self-isolation.
हम डोलत बेड़ी पाप भरी है, पवन लगे मत जाई, सन्मुख सिद्ध भेटन को आए, नेह चौदेह वड्याई, गुर तार तारण हारिया, देह भगत पुराण अविनाशी, हाँ तुझको बलिहारिया।
Bhai Kahan Singh writes in Gur Shabad Ratnakar that in reverence of Guru Nanak, the Jogis had built a memorial to commemorate his visit to Tilla Jogiyan.
ਉਸ ਜ਼ਮਾਨੇ 'ਚ ਮਲੰਗ ਜੋਗੀ ਇਸ ਟਿੱਲੇ ਤੇ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਸੀ। ਅੱਲਾ ਦੀ ਨਜ਼ਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਰੇ ਇੱਕੋ ਹੀ ਨੇ।
At the foot of the Tilla Jogiyan hills, we visit the building of a Gurdwara on the banks of the rivulet Nala Khan.
After having interacted with the Jogis at the Tilla Jogiyan, on their onward journey, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana rested at this site where existed a natural water spring. Later, in the times of Maharaja Ranjit Singh, a Gurudwara by the name of Choa Baba Guru Nanak was built to commemorate Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana's stay out here. This site stands adjacent to the Rohtas Fort.
Before the partition of 1947, this Gurdwara would host an annual congregation on the occasion of Vaisakhi, the harvest festival of Punjab. The festival would be celebrated by people of all faiths on the 27 acres of land which was once a part of this site. After the partition of 1947, this site was abandoned and for years has remained devoid of visitors.
झेलम शहर का मैं रहने वाला शकील मेरा नाम है ते दादी मेरी उन्होंने माशाल्लाह बड़ा हाफजा इंटैलीजेंट आईयां ते गुरु नानक साहब के बारे दसती होंदी इनके इत्थों उन्होंने गुजर आना जाना रहिंदा हुंदा है कदे बड़े वडेरे को सुनिया नहीं तो फिर वो शेर सीना बसीना चला आ रहा जड़ा मैं भी सुनाना इको समरी है नानका जो जल थल रवे समा उसको काहे को पूजे जो जब में ते मर जा। सो आगे भी तस्कीन वास्ते एक जदू सुनाई दे ते रूह ताज़ी रहंदी।
In 2019, when the world celebrated the 550th birth anniversary of Guru Nanak, a team led by Rubab Chisti, a young architect from Lahore, undertook the restoration of this Gurdwara using traditional building materials. It is heartening that this site will soon be a bridge connecting communities of this region.
In delving into the history of Gurdwara and Baba Nanak, I found myself exploring the soulful relationship that Baba Nanak and Baba Farid had. This project and the journey we had was a blessing, I guess. And I am reminded of Guru Nanak's verse, which is Sach Hriday Sach Prem Nivas Pranvat Nanak Hum Take Das, which means one whose heart is filled with truth and true love. In humility, Nanak says, I am their servant. I feel like I am the servant of these spiritual masters and saints of the land of Indus who've devoted their lives in the message of love or to bring humanity together.
These colossal structures of the fort, Gurdwara and Tilla Jogia represent the once strong political and spiritual accomplishments of this region. Society classifies wealth, fame, designations, and power as benchmarks for success. Can these parameters measure true achievements?
मन चंचल बिध नाही जाने मन मुख मैला शब्द ना पछाने।
Guru Nanak uses the word man in his verses, which is usually interpreted either as mind or heart. In the Indic tradition, it is a combination of intellect and ego, a faculty for decision making. Guru Nanak says, true accomplishments is when man, the moral arbiter, is kept under constant vigilance so that it does not deviate from the inner directive of positivity. From Tilla Jogia, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana travelled eastwards to Sialkot. In Guru Nanak's footsteps, travelling from Tilla Jogia, we crossed the Jhelum and Chenab rivers to reach the city of Sialkot. Sialkot, an industrial and trade hub of Pakistan, is witness to diverse rulers and faiths. In historical texts, Sialkot is mentioned as the capital city of the ancient Madra kingdom, founded by King Salya, who was a general in the army of Kauravas, the legendary 100 brothers from the epic of Mahabharata. According to archival records, when Alexander attacked the Indus region in 2nd BC, Sialkot was known as Sagla. At Sialkot, we visit the Gurdwara Babe Di Ber.
On his arrival at Sialkot, Baba Guru Nanak rested under this ber tree. The Babe Di Ber Gurdwara at this site was built in the memory of his visit to Sialkot.
Guru Nanak's philosophy is universal. When understood, it touches the hearts of people from diverse faiths. This is evident from a plaque that mentions a Hindu name, Data Ram, as a generous contributor to the construction of this site. Guru Nanak's message of oneness, Ik Onkar, is inscribed on the walls of the dilapidated Sarovar, which was once in the precincts of the Baba Di Ber Gurdwara. During the faith-based partition of the subcontinent in 1947, the Sikh and Hindu communities were displaced, and this Gurdwara fell into disrepair. Thereafter, a migrant named Allah Muhammad took refuge in the abandoned Gurdwara premises. He was a man of spiritual disposition and over time acquired a large following. After his death, he was buried by his devotees in the precincts of this Gurdwara. In recent years, the central building of the Gurdwara has been restored with the support of the government and the minuscule Hindu and Sikh community of the district of Sialkot. Congregational services at this Gurdwara have now been resumed. Akash Singh, the caretaker at the Babe Di Ber Gurdwara, walked us to the nearby graveyard, which is built in the precincts of Peer Hamza Gauze Memorial.
During his stay at Sialkot, Guru Nanak came to know about a revered Sufi saint by the name of Peer Hamza Gauze. The Peer had locked himself for an act of 40 days of austerities.
The expression Chilla is derived from the Indic numeral Chalis, which means the numeral 40. It is believed it takes 20 days to break a habit and 20 days to form a new one. In anticipation of spiritual enhancement, many belief systems adhere to the 40-day tradition of abstinence. While this tradition was prescribed for character building, the positive intent got lost when it was formulated as a ritualistic religious exercise and ignited superiority complexes amongst some adherents. During spiritual discussions, Guru Nanak explained that the mind and heart do not become compassionate by rituals like fasting and abstinence. Practicing abstinence from negative thoughts calms the hunger of the ego.
When Guru Nanak met with the Peer, he said to him, Varat tapan kar man nahi pije, which basically meant that it's the compassion of the heart which is more important than the act of austerities.
Akash Singh now walked us to the erstwhile Mula Khatri Gurdwara.
Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana beautifully worked as a team to convey profound messages to the world. When in Sialkot, Guru Nanak gave 2 paisas to Bhai Mardana and asked him to go and buy truth and falsehood. As Bhai Mardana went around the market, everyone remained perplexed. When he reached Mula Khatri's shop, he wrote on a piece of paper, "Death is truth, life is false."
Touched by Mula Khatri's sincere response, which aligned with his thinking, Guru Nanak sang a verse.
जो आया त्यों जावे बोरे, जो जन्मे त्यों मरण भया, जो रस भोग किए तेता दुख लागे, नाम विसार पव जल तन तन देखत गर्भ गया, कनिक कामनी स्यों हेत बधाई की, नाम विसार परम गया,
Mula Khatri also hosted Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana. Interestingly, this Gurdwara, which was built in the memory of Mula Khatri and Guru Nanak's association and was abandoned in the partition of 1947, now serves as a school for the blind. I feel that even though I am visually able, I remain spiritually blind.
मैं आंदुले नाम नावे सरे, टेक टिकी कर जाओ.
Travel is the best way to enhance personal growth, especially in the company of people of spiritual disposition. Mula Khatri accompanied Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana for a few days during their further travels from Sialkot. From Sialkot, Guru Nanak, Bhai Mardana and Mula Khatri travelled to Pasroor. Tracing Guru Nanak's footsteps, we travel from Sialkot to Pasroor, a town in Sialkot district, to visit the site which was made in the memory of Guru Nanak's meeting with Fakir Mian Mitha. According to the narrative, Mian Mitha was a respected spiritual person of this town. On hearing about the arrival of Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana, he came to visit them. During their interactions, he questioned Guru Nanak, if a lamp can't be lit without oil, then how can salvation be achieved without a prophet? In reply, Guru Nanak sang,
पोथी पुराण कमाये पावटी तन पाये सच बूझन आन जलाय ए हो तेल दीवा जले कर चानन साहेब त्यों मिले.
Guru Nanak believed in undertaking truthful actions as reverence for the one omnipresent force. In his verse, he says, reading of scriptures is helpful and a spiritual mentor is beneficial. The apex virtue, however, is of good conduct, which is likened to a lamp that illuminates the soul of the self and the others. With the migration of the Sikhs and Hindus from Pakistan in the partition of 1947, this Gurdwara fell into disrepair and only part of the structure survives today. Universal fellowship is the essence of all religious philosophies. Yet in history, we find that political aspirations have led to fragmentation based on belief systems. Beavers have unique characteristics. They mark their territory by constructing fragrant mounds made with mud and their inherent bodily scent. Humans too have an intrinsic fragrance of divine wisdom. Yet, like beavers, they mark divisions by constructing boundaries with identities. Guru Nanak says, with the grace of self-reflection, mounds of ego are broken and the everlasting fragrance of unity is effused.
कर कृपा कर मैल दिखाया नानक हो मैं मार मिलाया.
From Pasroor, along with Mula Khatri, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana headed to Talwandi, their hometown, which is now known as Nankana Sahib. Tracing Guru Nanak's footsteps, we travel from Pasroor to Nankana Sahib. Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana returned to Talwandi after completing the second Odyssey. Triangulating the time frames of the first and the third Odysseys, it can be estimated that the second journey commenced in 1517 AD and concluded in 4 years in 1520 AD, when Guru Nanak would have reached 51 years of age. Mata Tripta, Guru Nanak's mother, was delighted to meet her child after such a long period. She desired to shower her love by preparing and feeding him delicacies of his choice. Guru Nanak's soul, having tasted spiritual delicacies during his travels, was satiated with contentment and undesirous of worldly tastes. His soul was inclined to savor and feed the food of contentment and unity in society.
बाबा और खाना खुशी खुआर जित खादे तन पीड़िए मन में चले विकार रत्ता पैनन मन रत्ता सुपेदी सतदान नेले स्याही कदा करनी पैरण पैर थेयान कमर बंद संतोख का धन जो बन तेरा
Mula Khatri took leave from Guru Nanak and went back to Sialkot. Guru Nanak and his family travelled from Talwandi to Sultanpur Lodhi to meet his sister Bebe Nanki. To retrace Guru Nanak's footsteps, we visit India through Wagah border and continue our journey from Sultanpur Lodhi. Guru Nanak was warmly welcomed by his sister Bebe Nanki and the people of Sultanpur Lodhi. When the news of his arrival reached Governor Daulat Khan Lodhi, he personally came to pay respects to Guru Nanak. He inquired about Guru Nanak's travel experiences and his plans to settle down. In reply, Guru Nanak sang,
मुकाम कर घर बैसना नित चलने की तोख मुकाम ता पर जानिए जा रहे नेह चल लोक दुनिया कैस मुकाम में कर सेदक करनी खर्च बांधो लाग रहो नामे लाग रहो नामे
Home comprises of an infrastructure where the resident feels comfortable and secure. Guru Nanak had created a spiritual infrastructure within, in which he had housed the entire creation as one unified family. His settlement was any place where love inhabited. Having spent time with family in Sultanpur Lodhi, Guru Nanak decided to embark on another journey to visit places where Muslims congregated. Bhai Mardana consented to travel with Guru Nanak towards the west. As a traveller in Guru Nanak's footsteps, I have witnessed infinite benefactions. Yet, my mind focuses on what I have not received. How do I get satiated with these endowments and not desire for more?
जे वड साहिब ते वड दाती दे दे ऊपर सच नाम वड्या